This is OCM with the Phantom Pain. Perfect stealth, no kills. It's good. Take it away, bud. Yeah. Perfect stealth, no kills. It's good. Take it away, bud.
Yeah, it's, sometimes these things happen, but, it's, it's always been told to me, if you don't have any kind of tech problems in streaming, at some point you're not doing it right, but crossing my fingers that we got the kinks worked out. But I guess once again, I'm Joseph, Joestar316, in case you didn't get to see the intro from before. Let's see, no mic from OCM. Yeah, maybe just make sure it's unmuted. But I guess while you do that, I'm also co-commentating alongside with Metal Glenn Solid, who is actually hosting this run and the next.
Jesus, guys, I'm gonna have to restart.
Oh my gosh.
One more restart. This is it. I swear. I promise. I'm sorry. It's just... everything is just... Alright, we can hear me through the stream? Everybody hear me now? Is everything good?
Yep, they can hear you now.
Okay.
Yay.
Restarting one more time. This is the last one. This is...
last time.
It's a phantom pain in my butt. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright.
You guys really know how to fire someone up. Thanks.
Hey man, that's what we're here for. I mean, in actuality, I'm just a guest because I do speedrun quite a lot of the Metal Gear games, just for those that have watched my streams. But this is the one game I have not ran as a speedrun. But the category is familiar since I run Stealth No Kills and Ground Zeroes. Although my co-commentator Glenn has actually speedrun this game on separate occasions, as well as anthology runs where you speed run 1 through 5, which is a really exciting but challenging thing to do. But yo, what's up, Glenn?
Nothing much. All I'm gonna say is a good thing I have a buzz cut.
Yeah, so this is one out of, I think it's up to mission
What does this stand for?
let's see, SD.
That's not D.
Standard operations. Oh.
Sons of Liberty! Jesus!
Liberty.
Game of the year for the last
That's
19 years.
Yeah, that's everyone's favorite game in here. Jeez, I figured y'all know what that is.
Sorry, I thought it looked like a D to me. It's, yeah, don't mind me. I mean, what do I know? I don't even run this game.
What are waypoints in?
You better learn.
But yeah, this is our friendly companion D-Horse. Get to know him because we're gonna see quite a bit of him, a lot.
You're gonna see quite a bit of me too in this stream today.
Yeah.
Hope y'all ready for another 2 hours of me.
Yeah, but I guess you're running up to mission, what is it, 30 or 31? Just as a
31.
Alright, so 31. So it's 31. Stealth no kills, so you can't kill anybody, can't be caught, or at least try to. I mean, it's a 2-hour run, lots of things can happen, but I guess Coleman, one thing to note is that you're running this on version 1.01.
Yep.
Which is due to the opportunities to be able to do like glitches, out of bounds, and a bunch of other.
Yes, the biggest time saver with 1.01 is the helicopter skip, which is Glenn, do you know how that works? Can we talk about that later when you know how it works? Do you know exactly how it works?
Give me 2 years.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I'll explain it when we talk.
I can explain what it does.
But the first thing, there's a bunch of glitches and tricks in this game, and there's actually the first one I'm going to talk about here is one that you can use on any version, which is the Phantom Cigar Buffer. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. You see that I have it equipped in the bottom left, but we're not able to smoke it. So what this does is it buffers the cigar and it smokes it in the first frame possible when we get off the horse. So that's one you can actually do in any of the versions, but it's very useful for skipping dialogue, speeding up time for choppers to get into locations quicker.
Oh, this is gonna be good again. Boom!
Yeah, that.
Man.
After all these difficulties, man, it's kind of hard to stay warmed up. That was a very close headshot. Last thing I want is any kind of problems with the first mission.
Yeah, so what you just saw him do there was referred to as the Dolphin Dive, which is something only done in Phantom Pain, whereas Ground Zeroes does not have that, it didn't have that capacity, you know, like they redid the Dolphin, or they redid the dive, like, you know, mechanic,
Yeah.
you know, which allows you to dive, quickly get up, and then dive again.
So right here we have the Phantom Cigar buffered, and you're going to see me smoke it immediately when getting off the horse. Bam, right there. Go ahead. Sorry.
Man, how is Kaz being held up on that horse, by the way? I've always wondered that.
Now you just jinxed a run. You're not supposed to jinx a run.
Oh,
Why'd you
man,
jinx
what
my
have I
run?
done?
He can fall off.
It's like, oh my god, Glenn, what do I do? I'm just a guest here.
He can actually fall off. It's very rare, and I really do think it's kind of a joke. I mean, I don't think they did, but I feel like they programmed it in there for a slight chance they don't fall off on every now and then.
Oh yeah, that was the skulls, by the way. I mean, all they saw was just a horse with, again, some guy on it that's being held for some reason.
They seen a white horse with the name Death. They didn't want any part to do with it.
But I mean, you got Ocelot yelling at you, didn't you?
I blocked them out by now. You think Ground Zeroes is bad, dude? Come run this. Like,
He yells at you for shooting Pequod, but I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta make sure that that helicopter you've never seen before in your life isn't made of wet paper.
look, if I put a little hole in it and it can fly to the LZ, then I can trust it enough to get back on that Dude, do you know what I went through on a helicopter? Tell them, Joe. Ground Zeroes, what happened? PTSD, man. I gotta make sure that chopper ain't gonna go back down again.
Oh yeah, you know,
Yeah.
Morpho can be like a love-hate relationship when you want him to land a certain way, and you know, other times like.
Hey, man, I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about the XOF unit shooting us down with a rocket launcher, going in the middle of the ocean. You don't remember that? I had PTSD over that, man.
I mean, I just skip all the cutscenes. I mean, I forget about all this stuff. I mean, people ask me about like all these lore questions. I'm like, man, I have no idea. I skip all the cutscenes.
So you know, with PTSD, you kind of develop like these kinks that don't make no sense to anybody else but you. So we shoot the chopper to make sure it doesn't go down. Because we don't want to get back on a chopper again and it go down for no reason.
Yeah, we'll go with that. But yeah, so that was the first mission. So nicely done, and then we're gonna be back on mission 2, and on the, you know, again, just the background. It's you know, you're just cycling through the main missions, and I think there's a particular order that you do some of them in because it's
Only
part
two.
of a like quiet skip. I think
Oh,
you
that
guys
too, yeah. Yeah. We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
Get there.
We're jumping the gun.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going a little bit loose on, you know, whatever little notes I have here, but...
So my mic's loud now too, so I need to talk softer. Softer, I guess. Because I didn't set up the mic. Yeah, the mic's extremely loud. So I'll try to back the mic up. Apologies. I am not
Alright,
resetting again.
so before the reset, the offer stood that if you tranked one of the birds up there, I will give the sub to the MGSR chat for each one you get, just for that mission, not the whole run.
The whole run,
Okay.
alright.
Nope. You can roll the tape back. You have the VODs. Wait, watch this punch. Oh, I thought you were gonna do super punch there, but that's fine. I just love that super punch mechanic when I played this game casually. Boom! Man, look at that. One punch and down.
Yeah, no resets. I'm just gonna be loud. I think... Yeah, you can't lower my voice.
I mean, I can. The problem is it lowers the rest of us.
Yep. It's all good. I'll try to
Since,
talk. I'll try not to
voice
yell.
meter was being a turd.
My bad, guys.
Man, look at him operate that iDroid with that. You know, it's like he's just like on.
There's one.
Oh wait, let me see. Oh.
There's
Yeah.
2. You ready for 3?
Oh, that's 1. Oh, I think my
That's
feed
2
just
subs.
was a little behind, but that's 2. All right, that's 2 gifted subs. I'll gift randomly. If there's any more before you get on the helicopter, I will abide by it.
Oh, there's more.
I've got one. There's a guard on the top of Mother Base on your way out of the helicopter. If you can headshot him, I'll drop 5.
Oh.
Gotta have bullets to do that. You'll drop 5 subs?
Yep.
Okay. Jesus. Which one? Any of them?
No, on your way out of the helicopter, there's a guard on the upper deck.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really
there's
early.
2. There's more. There's 2 of them, right?
I've only seen 1.
Lower deck or upper?
Upper deck.
You talking about one of these? It ain't gonna be
It's
one
like
of
I'm
these.
about to just lose $25.
I was just reacting to what Platonic City says. In less than 10 minutes, I've seen OCM abuse a horse, a bird, and an ocelot. Well, ocelot's immune to the tranks. I mean, he said he's been trained in resisting it. I don't know. It doesn't stop us from trying.
All right, guys, let's try to get some gift subs. Jeez.
All right, so I think you said you got 2 of the birds down.
Yeah, we got 2.
So he'll be on the upper deck, right in front of you here.
Shh.
I believe in you, OCM. You got this.
Got him. That's 20.
Wait.
That's the one, right?
Oh God, he got one. I'll take it. Oh my God! I'll accept that. Nice
Dude,
shot.
that is
Nice
sick.
shot.
Oh my God, that's another clip right there all day. Oh my God, that was something else. I mean, I tell people this whenever I run ground zeros, and I'm like, you know what? The one thing that you got over me is like your first person aiming is beyond legendary.
There you go, guys. There's 5.
Hold on, I gotta ante up too, cause
Guys are welcome.
how the heck I do that? Oh, there we go.
Enjoy the subs, guys. Oh my God!
That's right. I earned that sub.
Okay, there's my 2, cause you did shoot 2 of the birds.
You damn right. I earned that
Oh
sub.
man,
I deserve
OCM
one
got
of 'em.
one at random. That's fantastic.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I earned it. Who better than to get it?
Oh my God.
Thank you
Yeah,
for the gift
great.
sub, OCM.
Alright. So,
Yeah, so what's the next mission?
so during the fun times that we're having here on MGSR, we're into our next mission, which is a hero's way, in which we are told we have to take out Spetsnaz detachment commander. Now, the way we used to do this in PSNK was we would get off the side of D-Horse, go around, get into his office, take him out, put him on a bed, do another glitch.
I don't
warp
mean to
out
be
of
a
here.
butt, but
It's all crazy.
can y'all just shh for a sec? This is like the stupidest one. I do apologize for asking y'all not to talk,
No, I understand.
'cause this is really stupid.
Serious time on.
I just have to make sure not to shoot him in the head. It's very important. Because, like, the shots are really, really wild. You guys can talk now. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Like,
Yeah,
the game's a little low, so I needed to hear the audio.
You're good. The
But there is a chance. There is a chance to blow his head off. So if we blow his head off, obviously we won't get it. But what we did was we bled him out, kind of like on Ground Zeroes we talked about earlier. You bleed him out, leave the mission area, smoke the cigar so it speeds up time. Then he dies, and it doesn't count as a kill. Sorry, just wanted to clear that. There's that idiot.
we didn't kill him. The lack of medical attention did.
There's that idiot right there.
I don't know, he mysteriously got shot by something. I mean, just like Renegade Threat. I mean, both targets got a sniper bullet in the arm from somewhere. But that was actually pretty neat, especially with the iron sight from that far away. I could barely even make out what you were trying to hit.
Oh, I could too. Not barely make it out.
Yeah. two cool things come out of that strat. One is it's faster. Two is technically we avoided DMCA. So that's a strat.
So we're going to do a chain chopper skip here. We developed sniper rifle, equipped the sniper rifle, blah, blah, blah. A lot of stuff you're not going to be able to tell what I'm doing. But the as for the helicopter skip, you want to select the mission that has a cutscene in the beginning of it, or you want to highlight it, is what I call it. So you highlight it, but at the same time, when you're highlighting it, you're selecting a different mission. No, don't restart the mission. You're selecting a different mission, and that does not have a cutscene in the beginning of it, and for whatever reason, it just drops you to ground level. But in this mission, we're tasked to take out the communications equipment. There's two ways to go about this. You can either take out three satellites on 3 different buildings, or we can just take out the radio equipment that's controlling the satellites. And we're going to do the latter because it's quicker, it's faster, it's more convenient, it's a speed run. And how we're going to do it is we're just going to shoot it either one or a couple of times with the Renov sniper rifle, which we just developed before dropping in here. Sorry.
You're good.
No, I'm just along for the ride. I mean, that menu you did was very slick.
Yeah, chopper skip is very unique. Like you said, you don't have to deal with the helicopter ride, which are ridiculously long. And the other thing cool is it usually puts us in a spot that's about where we want to be anyway. And most of the time it's going to be a unique spawn point. I don't know what it's looking for specifically, but it puts you sometimes in the vicinity of that little box.
Yeah, the intel box.
Sometimes
for
it
the
puts
most
you
part.
so far away from that box you can't even hear it despawn.
And then part of the chopper skip, like when you're skipping cutscenes whenever possible, is that it helps influence what happens is like in the real-time environment of the game. Not only just getting there faster, but you're not allowing guards to move about like if you're on the chopper.
So, also throughout this run, you'll see me Phantom Cigar buffer on the way out of the mission areas. And some of these are very tough to pull off because you have to get off the horse. It's a very slick or thin timing, like that right there. That is pretty hard to pull off. And this actually skips about 7 seconds of dialogue.
Who needs dialogue in speedrun?
There's a ton
The
of it
problem
in
with the
this one.
cigar is you can't use it while the radio is on.
Yep.
Which is a problem. Or if the command post that you're near is in alert phase.
Yeah.
Snake won't want to do that, so he's just like, we're gonna wait.
Thanks for mentioning that, too.
Not
That's very-
ideal here.
I can imagine people going and trying to smoke their cigar, and they're like, I've seen this idiot do it. Why can't I do it? It doesn't make sense.
Well, that would be why. Your CP is probably on alert.
So here's the longest dialogue in the game. I hope you love listening to Kaz.
Oh man.
Or is this
I'm just
Ocelot?
getting, I'm
No, this
getting
is
that
Kaz.
eerie feeling just from running Ground Zeroes, because if you want to learn speedrunning Ground Zeroes, it is a good category if you want to challenge, but one of the things you gotta get used to is just Kaz and his dialogue repeatedly. He likes to backseat a lot, and I'm sure he does the same thing in here. But again, I'm just a guest, kind of just spectating, but yeah, everything you just did there was really fascinating. I mean, just between, getting these like, thin margin, like, dialogue skips with the Phantom Cigar, and even just, looking at like what mechanics of the game you take advantage of to do these things, but if it's menuing a certain way, or just
It's
menuing
crazy
items
because
you need,
menuing's a big part of this game, to be honest.
Oh, I
Especially
can
with
imagine.
the helicopter skip. Because, like, if you mess it up, then it can cost you a lot of time. Depending on how many tries you're going to do with the skip. But,
sorry, I was just reacting to the chat again. It says, extract some animals, there's a reward in it for you. But I think the sad thing that, which I don't know if I want to say it, but I already know just from watching runs you've done in the past, but I think the only animal we're going to be seeing most of is our companion D-Horse, if I'm not mistaken, right?
yeah.
But that wild dog pup, he's a tough little
You'll
guy.
you'll see D-Dog. We won't fault him because he causes too many cutscenes. Like, mandatory to
D-Dog.
go back to the base and just listen and watch him grow up. Like, they force us to do that.
Yeah.
So we don't want that.
No,
But-
but the doggo memes today. Sad face.
We'll see him. We'll look at him. We'll give him a little wink. We'll give him a one-eye wink, and then we'll be off.
How does that work?
You wink with one eye. You close your eye.
Oh man.
So this is actually the longest travel time in the game, by the way.
Anybody
we're just
know
gonna
any good road trip stories.
yeah.
I'd hate to be asking, Dad, are we there yet?
Or
Yeah,
some,
and I think part of the traveling is just because of what landing zones are available to you, right? Because some of them are, I guess, blocked off until you like disable the like AA.
yeah, we're
radar
playing
or
on
whatever
New
it
Game,
is.
so we don't have as many drop zones as New Game Plus. And the wheels on the horse go gallop, gallop, gallop. Gallop, gallop, gallop. Gallop, gallop, gallop.
This is gonna be
Wheels
a
on
fun
the
2
horse
hours,
go
Glenn.
gallop, gallop, gallop. All the way to mission, I think 15. Something. Alright, we're gonna grab some common metals here. That way we can develop some smoke grenades and also deploy with them in the next mission, because you thought smoke grenades were OP in Ground Zeroes?
We only scratched the surface.
You didn't
This
even
is a
scratch the
smug laugh.
surface.
I'm terrified.
Huh. That's all
And
we're
now
gonna
I guess
use.
with material management is also like just as essential as everything else, I would imagine, right? It's
Yeah,
like
once-
built into the route.
Yeah, once you know what you're doing, like there's plenty of materials. I mean, for the most part, we just need it for a couple of weapon developments, and for the most part, just smoke grenades.
Yeah, because for some people watching, like they may be used to like, oh yeah, I'm used to developing everything with Mother Base, expanding platforms, you know, getting weapons all the way developed. But as it, to my understanding, is there's not really a whole lot of development, nor will he rely upon, you know, let's say the support section of Mother Base to mine minerals for him every, I don't know, so often. Some materials that he finds are, you know, like they have a purpose. You know, it's built into a route. You know, especially not only just navigating from area to area for the mission, but the materials relative to what you need, like further down. And yeah, the smokes are going to be really interesting.
Smoke grenades are your best friends in this run.
So going back to going from point A to point B as quickly as possible, one reason is obviously the patterns, but you're actually not allowed, like the one thing that's more OP than the smoke grenades is an attack chopper. So if you're underneath it and the chopper's like right above you, it'll always spot you no matter what, whether you have smoke grenades going off around you. And there's our horse being very special ed right now. Good job, horsey.
He likes the taste of that rock, man. Like I
Yum,
keep
yum,
saying.
yum, 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 yum. I like the taste of failure. I like to think he just sits there. You ever see Family Guy with the cross-eyed horse? I like to think he looks
Yes.
exactly like that.
Oh
In the
man,
face.
yeah, that's actually one of my pet peeves when I play this game casually. Is just, you know, some of the, I guess, like collision detection when you're riding with D-Horse or even D-Walker, which is, oh man, that's a whole nother
It can be a
fiasco.
nightmare.
All right, here we go. We're at the base with the honeybee. I'll let you guys talk. I got to do some wall clipping and some concentration on some skull fights.
Yeah, so maybe you can cover the wall clipping, since I'm still kind of, like, I've seen him do it, but I just don't know, like,
Awesome, first
the
try.
wow, nice shot.
So the weird thing about this game, and a lot of other games, in fact, is collision's weird, and if two models are pushing up against each other, what it does to the player's model, it doesn't know what to do with, so it'll often just push them out of bounds like this, so you can do some wacky out-of-bounds stuff like this, and just like that we have.
Yeah,
This
that's
guy's
definitely
just
the
investigating that
popular
wall
game.
over there. Look at him, investigating the wall over there. Very clever guy. He's about as smart as the horse. They deserve each other.
I don't know. I'm just blown away at like the stuff you could do on the old patch. But yeah, that was really nicely done. And of course, I just love that super punch.
All right, quiet time again, guys. Sorry. This is just so stupid, this game, how specific these have to play out.
We're back into the fog. What is this, Persona 4?
Yes.
Familiar adversaries, but serious time again.
All right, you can talk.
And they're dead.
The skulls are dead. Crab emoji.
Crab emoji.
Jesus.
So I guess maybe either one of you could explain.
I
what
can
just
explain
happened.
it.
I mean, they all just died as soon as they
I'll
appeared.
explain it. Hold on a sec. I just have to develop these smokes before heading out. Alright, so what I did was I threw three grenades right off the bat in the center of them all. It kills off 2 of them, but wounds the other 2. I take out the honeybee, which they tell us not to use over and over again, but we use it anyway. I take out the anti-air radar so I can call the chopper to where I'm at. I phantom cigar buffer, throw 2 more grenades to finish off the last 2, open up the iDroid before it kills the skulls. That way I can redirect the chopper to where I was at, close the iDroid, and stop smoking, because if you don't close the iDroid and stop smoking, you will get spotted by an enemy that runs out. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of stuff that went on in that, like, what, 10, 15 seconds there?
Man, I thought Ground Zeroes was like insanely fast-paced at times, but
oh, this one, like... yeah, this one. The only downside to this is like the traveling around. That's the downside. Like the downtime is what I mean.
So I guess what we haven't mentioned yet in this game, what constitutes as an alert. Oh. And I believe it's when you get spotted, they yell contact and your heroism drops.
Yeah, so if you see heroism -50 or something like that, or 10 or something, then you know that you've been spotted. But for the most part, is it 10? Okay. So, but for the most part, you just want to check the results screen, because a lot of things are iffy in this game. So at the end of this, on the right side in the very bottom of the left list, you'll see perfect stealth no kill, and as long as that doesn't stick at 0, then you know you've done your duty. So it's very, you have to look very quick, but it's right above the final score at the bottom. So there's 2 lists. There's one on the left, which is just your basic stuff like time, headshots, and stuff like that, I believe. And then on the right is like extracurricular stuff. And perfect stealth no kill is actually on the bottom of the right list. So coming up, I'll let you guys talk about it because it's fun. We're just going to be using some smoke grenade OP. Here's another sub.
I recognize this mission, but yeah, go ahead, Glenn.
Ah, yes, rescuing our good friend Malik, who's very useful in some regards. Anywho, the idea here is to sneak past some guards here. We're gonna go up to this tank, and hopefully it's not gonna see us. We're going to throw a smoke grenade there in front of everybody so that they get distracted and they won't see Snake, which is all we care about. And then we're also going to just chuck a smoke grenade into the Jeep, and it's going to do the same thing it does in Ground Zeroes. It's like mobile stealth camouflage. While they don't know any the wiser, they're just going to let it.
Yeah, so what's great about this is that this smoke grenade is a lot more OP than the smoke grenade in Ground Zeroes. Because in Ground Zeroes, if you actually ride right beside someone like I just did, you'll get spotted. Because it actually has more common sense than this game. But in this game, for whatever reason, you're just so OP with these smokes. So
and they made it even better. I like it.
Yeah.
Just remember, this is supposed to be the most technologically advanced as far as production and design goes.
Are you dang right it is?
But it's also more broken than 4.
It's definitely like big boss like tactics here. I mean, I could totally see him do this. I mean, I mentioned in the last run. I mean, he's fractured bones. He's fallen from great heights. He had an arrow in his leg for part of the way in MGS3, but nothing gets by him. I mean, the guy's just a legend.
Arm now. He's lost a whole forearm now, Joe. How much worse can it get for him?
Yeah, what else you want?
I was gonna say something, but it's kind of like spoilerino content when it came to that. But yes, he did lose his arm.
You want to take my horn too?
Oh yeah, he's got shrapnel in every bit of his body.
No, you can keep that. I'm fine.
The man's carrying paws and Chico with him. Bones and teeth. Yum yum yum.
Right. So do we want to go over the medical platform?
Nah, let him figure it out.
Well, I mean, from a casual standpoint, it's like where your soldiers get sent. You know, if they get injured, you know, if you deploy them on missions, which I imagine we're not gonna see that at all. But it's also where you would normally have quiet in prison, pending that you actually encounter that fight. Which in this route, we will not actually get to see quiet, as there's a unique quiet skip, which is essentially routing the missions around the area. I forgot what it's called in the map in Afghanistan.
I've got you.
Trying to wrap
so
around it.
I've got you. So this
yeah,
like
so go ahead.
this timer, as soon as we're not able to go forward with the game without this timer being complete. And it takes about 18 minutes, around 18, 19 minutes, depending on how good of a timer you get. And yes, it's a random timer. So we're hoping for a good one. Either way, we have to do 2 missions, and that's pretty much it. But we're going to do 2 missions, gather supplies, set up the quiet skip, grab the Sirach power plant invoice ticket, because that's what we're going to use to skip over quiet, which is a huge time saver. But yeah, we're starting off with this mission because it's closest to the Sirach power plant. I don't know what to play. Play something loud. Here we go.
Something loud.
But yeah, you can keep talking about it, Joe. Sorry, I just wanted to clear up.
No, that's perfectly fine. I mean, it's like I said, I've only just seen
Sub inbound.
little sections.
Shooting the bird.
No, we already agreed it was just.
There's the bird. There's another sub.
Mission 2. You can roll back the pot. I always said mission 2.
You better get that wallet out.
I will give you kudos for going for it as you have been, but I've already laid my gifted subs down.
We got another bird coming up too. You better get ready. Get that wallet out.
Hey man, you can roll back the pot. I know what I said, but so while they're just kind of doing that, he's just setting up his C4 for of what would normally be for some. Like if you take out all of these vehicles, I think you only have to take out 1 as a minimum.
Yep, only 1.
I think it goes all the way up to like, I don't know, like 10. I mean, like a chopper gets involved later, then it's heavy tanks, but, you know, for a speed run, I mean, you only just need to do what you need to just move on.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
I think we're behind time.
It's like, man, that time was
Oh, we are behind time!
Oh no!
I'm just gonna shoot in the air.
Sorry, no money. Ooh, nice placement on the vehicle transport.
Got a headshot.
My gosh, that's so far away.
I can't even tell how far away that is, but that is just...
Oh! He won't go
70
down.
meters.
Will he go down?
Gotta be.
Thank you. I didn't have the marker, so I couldn't see.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask you about that since I know I tend to leave the UI markers up.
Oh, I have it
for,
up
like,
for this
highlighting
game.
guards. Cause like I noticed in Ground Zeroes you disable them. Like, do you do the same thing in this game too?
Not yet. I don't have the rundown that good yet.
It's really not that much of an issue either.
Not really.
Is it just really down to preference as far as having it on or not?
Honestly, it's more of a headache to have it on because you can't see crap. But for this game, it's pretty wide open, so it's not as bad. D-Horse,
Yeah.
we're going to leave you here, bud. Enjoy your stay when that tank comes up and blows you to smithereens.
We knew you well, D-Horse.
I hate you, Horse.
Oh, look, this trick again.
Yeah, so the reason I'm doing this is instead of faulting these guys is because there's a 10% chance. Ah! More like 50. There's a 10%. Oh, yeah, I'm yelling again. My bad. There's a 10% chance that they can fail. So I need as much staff as I can get before going into the mission after the next, before we go into Hellbound.
I was just about to say before that faded out, that definitely looks like the ideal road trip crew right there, Glenn. I mean, you know, one guy is like injured, the other guy's knocked out. I don't know what the guy in the passenger seat was doing. He was just kind of like looking down. It's like, yeah, I could see those guys going for a nice road trip in Afghanistan, just some buds hanging out, and even though they're supposed to be enemies.
Well, the issue with the guy in the passenger seat having his head down like that is the guy in the passenger seat is supposed to be the navigator.
Well, you know what's also funny is that there's a chance that when you throw in the Angel with Broken Wings, you can get in the Jeep at the exact same time an enemy does, and they'll just ride with you until you stop. Like, they won't get out. But when you stop, they'll get out, not pay you no mind, and go run back to their position.
Oh my god.
His smoke is OP.
But
Nah.
one thing you mentioned was that the when you Fulton something, there's like a percentage chance that it'll succeed, and that varies based on how
Supposedly
well you
it's
develop the
90%.
Fulton, as well as the staff level that maintains it. Which again, the staff that you're collecting now is
So
part
we're
of
just
the
gonna get rid of
strategic
this.
route, along with materials and all the other things.
We got to James Bond this, get rid of the evidence.
weather is also a factor in Fultoning.
Yeah, absolutely. With
It's a little cloud in the sky, and your Fulton percentage drops to 90%, 45. But
yeah,
You know.
it's definitely more than 10% because I've had it fail at least like 3 in a row. One time.
I think when I got up to the guard posts where you take 3 of them, I think I've had it 2 out of 3 several times just fail.
Man, at 90%, I mean, that's unbelievable, but I almost believe it at the same time.
There's no way. Little mandatory nonsense in the iDroid here.
Yeah, there was nothing special. I was just putting music on for me.
Well, I mean, like, you know, this is a good part of the run. I mean, I'm sure I'm understating that, but it's,
Yeah, you get to do what you want to do for a little bit at least. You got it. Like, if you're really good at your pattern, you could probably waste about a minute, if even. But you kind of don't want to do this stuff because you kind of want to have that safety net in case you do mess up or have to checkpoint, but it's no big deal.
no, I mean, I couldn't understand, you know, especially a run, you know, that's this intense. You know, it's nice to have that little, like, tension breaker, just blasting some tunes with the iDroid and, you know, just ride on through.
Yeah, this run's kind of non-stop the way it's been routed out now. There's not really much room for breather other than now.
It's pretty much now and waiting for the medical platform to finish up.
Yeah. But yeah,
It.
But yeah, we went through the first area we went through after that last mission was where Quiet usually spawns. So now you see we gathered some materials, and now we're gonna actually capture this outpost here and Fulton these 3 guys. Oh, what am I doing? Rock. That's a big rock. D-Walker don't like rocks.
D-Horse like
Or
rocks.
D-Horse don't like rocks, excuse me. Yeah, D-Walker, oh, he likes
D-Walker don't like rocks. He like, no, stop.
let me lick that thing.
I don't know, my only experience with trying to navigate with D-Walker is...
Oh, I love D-Walker. But we're going to
Yeah.
take this outpost here because we need these 3 guys. And what's funny is, after we Fulton them, if we successfully Fulton them all, once we hit a checkpoint, they're actually already at Mother Base. This guy's a little far back than I want him to be.
That's fine.
We'll be alright.
I mean, with the aim that you've had so far, I mean, it should be a piece of cake. Easy clap.
If there's one person in the community I say is crazy good at Fox. See, I did the same thing, Joe. Fox engine aiming OCM guy.
Alright, so at least I'm not the only one that, you know, did that today, so...
I blame you.
Why is it always my fault?
So we got some quick staff management coming up now. Now that we hit the checkpoint right here, everyone's at Mother Base. And go and do the levels that we need to do. There we go. Now we can develop the helicopter grade 2. That way it moves faster. Nothing to do with armor. Develop the grade 2 pistol, Trank pistol. It is a heck of an upgrade. Grenade launcher, and now we're going to move the staff. All of it if possible. We're going to move it all to, yeah, we've got 31. We have actually got more than we need. So we're going to move these all to support unit. Wow, level 10. All right, whatever. That might mess with it. But the reason we go to, what is it? Did I put it on support, didn't I?
No, you want base development.
Yeah, I put them on the wrong one. I want to put them on base development. My bad. I got ahead of myself. There we go. Level 9. That makes more sense. So if we get,
Hey, I've never seen 10.
yeah, if we get base development up to level 9, it actually lowers the timer by like a minute or 2 for the medical platform. So it actually, we won't have to wait as long. Oh, yay! He's being a pretty boy. He thinks he's cute. So we're going to take a little detour here. And I'm probably going to get caught because of how long it took with the staff management. But hopefully not. Okay, we did. It's all right. We're just going to checkpoint. Might lose a little bit of time on the timer, but we'll be all right. So the reason I got caught there was I took a little bit too long than normal with the staff management.
It's like a good demonstration of
Absolutely.
just like, you know, the real-time aspects of running the game and just how even little things like that can stack up.
So it goes back to all the way to the beginning of what we were talking about. You just have to make sure that you do everything in timely fashion.
Yeah.
picked up was the shipping invoice, which you find throughout the game at certain outposts where, in Metal Gear fashion, you can, you know, warp across the map using our ever so reliable cardboard box. I mean, you know, I never leave home without it. But that's part of how the quiet skip is done, if I'm not mistaken.
But Joe, you run Ground Zeroes. There is no cardboard box.
Oh man, why'd you have to remind me? And my inventory system is worse.
Yeah.
It's like I say that because like in Phantom Pain, I felt like they made the inventory like response better. In Ground Zeroes, there's a really awkward delay that if you try to menu things too fast, it'll still stick to the weapon or item you're using before. And like Glenn said, there is no cardboard box in Ground Zeroes.
All right, so in this mission, it's kind of the same as the Hero's Way, where we bled the guy out, but we're going to do it with 3 people this time instead of 1. And there's 3 different commanders coming to this meeting place. Wow, you're behaving. There's 3 different commanders coming to this place, and we're going to just smoke the Phantom Cigar here until 11 p.m. And they're all going to be in one area, just discussing about me and putting C4 and Claymores down and stuff like that, and we're just going to interrupt them. We're not going to let them finish that conversation. Speaking of the devil, I'm going to just take out a few guys here so I don't get spotted. Do some dolphin diving since it's quicker than squat walking. So, alright, that guy right there that just walked in, this third guy right here that I'm going to shoot. Inside, they hear him pass out. I'm going to run in while they're distracted with him. And I'm just going to consecutively CQC all 3. We're going to shoot him in the legs 3 times each. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One of the guys is actually Ludwig Forsell, the composer for this game. Ain't that cool?
Actually, I did not know that.
Yeah, so I think all 3 of them are staff members, people that worked on the game. I could be wrong, but we're going to. That's it, and we're going to do the same as Hero's Way. We're going to Phantom Cigar buffer, right out of the mission area, smoke the cigar, kill them all 3, kill all 3 of them, and that's that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
And don't you love the checkpoint system?
I do actually. Like it's so whack. You see how it is in Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, I mean, you have that, and then just the, you know, like the added catalyst of having the Phantom Cigar, just allowing you to like advance time forward faster.
Like being out of the mission area and smoking the cigar is probably one of my favorite things. It is such a speedrun maneuver. I'm gonna hit the horse. Hit him real good. Wake him up a little bit. Come on, boy. We're about to go to Africa. Gotta wake him up.
Yeah, this is a horse-friendly run, sort of.
That horse loves me.
Not really.
If that horse heard you talking to me about treating him that way, he would not appreciate it. Because he loves it. He'd be so mad that you're trying to talk me out of beating him. Beating him. Beating a virtual horse, jeez.
Oh, man.
What have we come to?
This horse. It's brought it upon itself.
But I think at this point, like, you've bypassed, I don't know how many, like, of the missions to get to, like, the Africa section.
Yeah, we're good. Like, we're ready to go in. Everything's set up. Now we're just setting up for the box travel. There's D-Dog. Enjoy that. You'll never see him again. You'll never hear his cute little bark.
Man. No, I mean, it's like, I always, like, joke about whenever I run MGS3, it's like, man, I wish I could pet the doggos in that game, but all they ever do is just give me alerts and kill my runs. But then in this game, little guy comes up to you, you know, you can bring him back, grows up, be a faithful companion, but no, we leave him behind. The speedrun does not allow for it. Let me go in the corner and cry.
I'd give you a hug, Joe, but, you know, distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the only reason we're going back into a Hero's Way is just to do the box travel and to skip some text. We could have left Red Brass with the box travel point, or the, that's what I'm just going to call a box travel point. The delivery point. We could have left from there, but we would have had a lot of text and results screen at the end, and we didn't. We wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way. So we're actually saving time with that. By doing it here. I think I am going to go for the extra stuff here.
Now that's a category I would endorse, a pet dog % speed run. Even if it's just for like a miscellaneous meme category, it's still worth it.
Yeah, they want it. They keep asking for it, but they won't run it.
Oh man.
They're like, hey, make this category, but I'm not going to do it.
On the board, maybe.
So now you're collecting more common metal materials for
Smoke grenades.
Smokes. Okay.
So now we should be 1 minute. Nope. Oh, we got a bad timer. Maybe? Oh, yeah, we got a bad timer. It's because that checkpoint we did. Remember?
Yep.
What was it? So we lost a little bit of time. That's all right. We could probably still get a PB. Heck, we could probably still get a world record from it, honestly.
And then the timer you're referring to is the medical platform development?
Yeah, we're waiting for it. It's a really, really bad timer. Wow.
Yeah, it's not fun to sit there and wait, because in order for this skip to work, you have to be in a story mission. This way Kaz can't be like, hey, there's this guy who wants to defect, we're gonna go get him, and then Oscil at a similar moment will say, hey, there's this cracked sniper hanging around, and the game will not let you fast travel to Sirach power plant.
Yeah, so I have a timer here that I'm looking at. So I seen when it dropped to 1 minute, and on my RTA timer, I'm looking at that. So in 1 minute, I'm just going to go ahead and pre-select the Sirach power plant. And as soon as that timer hits, then I'm going to go ahead and be delivered there. But we have probably about a good 15 seconds until we go. So we're going to be, normally I would be 30 seconds ahead of this timer, but we had to checkpoint at the Sirach power plant. So it did cost us some time. So we're going to go right about, if it'll let me. Did you hear that? It wouldn't go. What was that? All right. But I mean, everything's still pretty clean in the run, honestly.
And then, if I'm also correct on this, I think like the base development time is all like what you do in game, right? So like if there's any kind of variances going from one place to the next, like pending that development, like does that affect what kind of timer you would get?
Not so much that, but
normally
if you get caught and you have to checkpoint, it'll kind of reset the timer back a little bit. So yeah, that's the only thing that messes with the timer as I know of, from what I remember. So now we're doing the Huey Emmerich side op here, which we got to make contact with him, which bleeds right into Hellbound. And that's the last mission we got to do for Afghanistan until in-game stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the only time we come back is for Sahelanthropus fight, right? Or Skullface too.
Last two missions.
So yeah, I was actually we're only 16 seconds behind PB, and we'll be making that up in this because the timer is just so very weird when it comes to RTA splits. Like, it's very hard to trust the timer.
For sure.
I still to this day run this so much, and I don't understand the math behind it. But then again, I was never good at math. I am horrible at math. I missed one day in algebra class, and ever since then, done. It's over. It's like, all right.
Yeah, that can certainly.
Had some very good teachers too. Teacher didn't like me. That didn't help. But
so now
on her defense, yeah, on her defense, I caused her so much hell in that class, dude. Can you imagine me? I mean, you see how I am now. Imagine me in teen years.
The map has been updated.
True story.
Right. So Hellbound, we're going to use our OP smoke grenades and just ride around in our Jeep. I hope you like drifting, because there will be a little bit of pretty drifting in this Jeep. But
off-roading too.
There's a couple of things that can kill the run. Well, there's one big thing that can kill the run, and it's the sandstorm. So there is a random sandstorm that's about to happen, and I don't know if I'm going to miss it or it's going to happen at the most convenient time to where we just lose a minute. Just depends. But if it does hit in between here and where I'm going, I'll probably checkpoint. But if it's close to another checkpoint, I'll wait till I hit that checkpoint and then checkpoint. I know that's a lot of checkpoints in one sentence, but...
And now, because like your, I think it's your intel, is so low, if not like non-existent, that you would not get those head-up warnings saying like, "Oh, sandstorm approaching," and so you really are kind of like, I don't want to say like at the mercy of the game's like weather environment RNG when it comes to that.
Honestly, I just block her out so much I don't listen. So yeah, but the intel level is down, so I don't think she's gonna talk at all. So you're absolutely right on that.
Alright, I don't want to cut you off here, but we do have 10 gifted subs from PD Precious Roy. What's going on tonight, Roy? Hope you're doing well tonight. Roy is the other tech, along with Chusa, behind MGSR. We do appreciate everything he does, and now some more gift subs.
You ready for drifting? It's the drifting you guys came
ready,
for.
man.
Here we go. Here comes a really good drift. Come on, don't... Oh, yeah! Look at this! Woo! Fishtailing everywhere. There is no
time on that one.
Yeah, that's time lost, by the way. You don't want to try to do that. I actually try to do it.
I mean, the style points makes it worth it.
But yeah, I mean, I hope you guys... In fact, when we get Huey here soon, you guys are going to hear what Huey likes, or what he thinks about this smoke grenade trick here. So you have to listen for it. I'll point it out when we get to him. But yeah, he's going to talk about what he thinks
now
about
we've got more gift subs from D-Limes. 10 more from D-Limes today, and 1 to Roy. That's funny.
Yeah, it's just that good karma going around with the gift sub.
And I think I saw somewhere in chat after Roy's we were at 90, so that puts us at triple digits, 100.
Oh my god, dude, that is
very nice.
Insane.
So this is very. You have to be very careful right here. I don't mean to cut you guys off. Because the chopper is above you. And if you guys remember, that chopper does not care about this OP-ness. And we're gonna do a nice little slick dive into the door right here. And here we are. We're gonna meet up with Huey. But if you listen when I take Huey out of here and I put him in the Jeep, if you listen very carefully, he's gonna tell you exactly what he thinks of the smoke grenade in the Jeep trick. I don't even know what you call that trick.
Infinite stealth?
Yeah.
Do we have a name for this?
Nah.
I just refer to it like as the, just like the smoke Jeep glitch. I mean, I don't even really know if it is like a glitch because it's, anybody can do it. It's just, I think it's just an oversight and just how the need was programmed. Like,
here he goes.
Of, like visual detection.
He's going to tell you exactly what he thinks of this. Hey Huey, what do you think of this? Tactical stealth action. Huh? It doesn't make sense!
And onto a spiel we go.
You can get over it.
Something about a nuke.
Oh, guess what? I think the sandstorm's finally coming.
Oh well.
DMCA! Yep, there's a sandstorm, but it's going to cut it off after this. Trying to keep up the energy for this run, boys. I tell you.
Yeah, I think we're doing a really good job with that. Oh, look, it's actually a Metal Gear. Wait, Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Man, that's a.
But it's not even called a Metal Gear. That's interesting. It's just Salamandropus.
And it's pretty tall. But you know the one thing that that conquers Metal Gears. That's right, the same smoke.
Yep.
Grenades and a tranquilizer.
If you guessed that we were going to do that, you was right. So now we, Sally has no idea where we're at. She's just sitting back there going, NANI?!
After all that investment they put into Sahelanthropus, just for something like this to get by, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't really make it worth it in my book.
You know they did this on purpose, right? There's no way. There's no way that they didn't do this. Like, with these Japanese games, dude, like, they really love to focus on, like, physics and stuff for whatever reason. And it's kind of funny because yesterday I was talking to my friend and I was comparing this game to Breath of the Wild. And I think that's why I like Breath of the Wild so much, because it kind of focuses on physics as well. Because there's so many different outcomes depending on your action. I mean, you could play this like today. You've seen it, Joe. You blew that guy up and he flew across the map. I've never seen it. You've never seen it. And it happens because...
Like a little one. Like, I had a clip of it, but I didn't see him, like, launch across the level. That was new to me. And, yeah, like you said, it's
like, there's just so many different ways to play the 5 series. And depending on your play style, you're going to enjoy the game no matter what. I've always said that. I mean, unless you're just
I like this sequence coming up with after the Gatling gun. Man, because I think you pack
a punch!
Yeah, you packed a really powerful round in this trank.
Boom! A weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Man, how much trank did he put in that round just now? I mean,
10,000 milligrams. I don't even know how much 10,000 milligrams is. It's like he threw a gallon of milk at him.
That's a whole lot of we just unleashed a philanthropist, but I guess just for my benefit, because I've seen this repeatedly, but I don't know exactly what happens in that. But is it just scripted where if you hit it with anything when it does the jump grab, that it just goes down like that? Doesn't matter what weapon you use.
You don't ever ask a magician.
You
don't ever ask a magician his tricks.
I'll just go with the, MGS5 doing MGS5 things, but continue.
I mean,
perfect.
It's just the Gatling gun. That's why I shot him that many times before. Like, he has an invisible health bar, and it's like easily deplenished. Heck, I feel like I could shoot him just 2 times, just tapping it, and probably kill him. Like,
I mean, you could probably throw a magazine clip at it and it would go down.
Yeah, you can do anything, like your preference. I used to do the magazine clip.
That's actually really cool if you could do that. Just throw a mag as it jumps up and it just thunk, goes right back down.
Well, I mean, it doesn't hit him. It's just an illusion. It's the magic trick. It's smoke and mirrors, right? Because he's already dead. Like, he's triggered to blow up there because his health's already depleted from where we used the gun on the helicopter. You get what I'm saying?
Sort of.
Like, we've done defeated him before we put up the Gatling gun. Like, before he even shot the pods out when I was shooting him with the gun, like, he was already dead. He just had to get to the position.
I was thinking of another meme just then, like, as we're talking about it, it's like, oh yeah, good old Fist of the North Star. It's like, oh, but you're already dead. It's like, nani? Nani? Yeah, I mean, you did so much damage, it was dead before it even realized it.
That's pretty cool, right? Real good physics. Koji Logi.
It is really cool. I definitely like the explosion part.
Pitch Dark. You guys can talk about this, because I hate talking about it. It's either going to fail or it's going to work, so I'm going to do a safety strat and put my support up to level 9, but other than that, I'll let you guys talk about it.
Oh boy.
Let's see. I think this is the first mission in Africa where you got to go to the water filtration plant, right?
Oil.
There's so much oil here, the U.S. might invade.
We're setting them up right now. We're blowing it up to stall their progress, and the U.S. is going to come in and swoop up that oil. George Bush, baby.
I can always count on chat to
America!
Oh my god. But yeah, it's
a version of that put on the helicopter, please.
They do have a censored version.
So yeah, Pitch Dark. So it's just mainly getting from point A to point B. I believe D-Horse is going to be involved for quite a bit of it again. But I think it's if I remember right from just watching these runs in the past, it's just getting out of the immediate camp as you're arriving here. And then I think a lot of the, I guess, intense stuff can happen when you actually arrive at the oil plant. Related to, like, guards and, where else is involved. And I think there's even, and maybe you can help me with this, something like that, but I think there's, like, another, like, I think he does, like, the first warp glitch, is it?
Yep. So, if he does it right, there should be two warps, one of 2 combinations of warps. The first one being Pitch Dark Warp, which I don't know how it works. You get out of here as fast as possible without being seen, without killing nobody. And you get out of the village. Hopefully you don't have to checkpoint, but as far as I can tell, I need to checkpoint. Metza needs to checkpoint. OCM here.
I've always checkpoint. Like I had a good streak going on where I only needed to checkpoint once. And now either I checkpoint once and then get it, or I just don't get it at all. So hopefully I get it. But the horse is being pretty stupid.
Mind-boggling. I'm not entirely sure how this works. I just know if I get it, I'm super happy.
Yeah, because I remember right, I recall like another run Coolman did not too long ago where it was, I don't know if it was like world record pace Coolman or even if it was just ahead of PB pace where it came down to this warp.
Yeah, I've never got it the first try, so here we go. This is gonna suck if I have to use bombardment because it's gonna kill the time, but it's whatever at this point. I've come to get used to it at this point.
I mean, if you can get a headshot on a guy on the platform while in the moving chopper, I think you could do this.
Oh, this has nothing to do with me.
This is game.
I think we're getting it. Yes, thank God.
All right.
That's all you can do is thank the gamer gods.
Right.
So, like, explain just like what. Oh, never mind. That my
There's nothing I can
screen just cut up and. Oh, look, we're here.
What? Like a lava grenade over this fence so that we blow up the oil facility, get back in this room.
To hit a checkpoint. So we don't spawn outside the area.
Yes, you want the checkpoint, which is more important. So you don't walk out of the zone. So you can do this. We're going to grab this guy, and this is what we used to do in Mission 3 before the very difficult iron sight sniping. You toss this smoke grenade, throw this guy out of a window, and you're going to set up Snake in a way...
Oh, yes! We did it!
He did the thing, yay!
God, it's hard. That's a lot of stuff. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't know where we're going. I thought... I don't know where that was. Hopefully...
I don't even know what's going on, but I'm enjoying every second of it.
Yeah, so there's another warp that you can do where if you interrupt the animation of picking someone up off their belly, they have to be belly, on their belly before you pick them up. But if you interrupt that animation, it screws up whatever, the coding or whatever. And if you hang off something or press triangle on something to climb on something, it'll warp you way across the map, depending on where you're facing and stuff like that. It's pretty technical, but at the same time, it's really stupid.
Sometimes under the map.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Fantastic.
Under the map, above it, across, doesn't matter. It'll just put you anywhere.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know where this is. We
really
almost
stuff.
We almost went out of bounds right there, as you can see, because if I hit that water, it would have went out of bounds.
Yeah, but that's
So
without a doubt the not the easiest, but the fastest way to get out of the mission area and finish the mission. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that a couple more times here, I believe.
So lingua franca here, all we're just gonna simply do is just go get this guy and leave. We're gonna run over somebody with the horse, and the horse is actually gonna get a love tap at the end.
I was actually gonna try to answer this, but I guess it might be a question for both of you guys. Is like, since D-Walker just got unlocked, I don't believe he'll actually use D-Walker in this run, will you?
No, I will, but not yet.
He's gonna be our replacement here sooner or later.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no, I was just genuinely curious.
You can think of D-Walker as like your own personal Jeep with a Gatling gun.
I'd like to think they take this horse and like turn him into a mechanical walker.
Yep.
I don't know, just ignore me. I'm tired and hungry.
There's things you can do with D-Walker that you can't do with D-Horse, and vice versa. D-Horse is great for clips. D-Walker is great for taking a straight line with stealth. So it just kind of depends on what mission you're doing and what it calls for.
Thanks, horse. Thanks, horse.
About half the run, you're
Thanks,
going to use D-Horse. For half the run, you're going to use D-Walker. So it just kind of depends.
I mean, you know, Mother Base could be very creative with some of these things. You know, I'm sure they can invent like a saddle attachment with a minigun on the side, and I don't know how the heck you would use it, but I'm sure they'll figure it out.
I mean, they invent a warp hole, so... Or the wormhole, excuse me.
She's talking again. Donna Burke, that is, the iDroid. Our intel must have went up.
Awesome.
Exfiltrated mission area. Mission info!
Map has been extraction arrived at mod base.
I love her.
Does her best to keep up.
Oh man, and here's just another Phantom Cigar buffer, just to end the mission sooner and leave the mission area.
We actually got some good time save on that one.
Mission 15 is gonna be fun. You're gonna kind of get a little preview of what it's like to have D-Walker.
Are you?
And I will wait for that to do its thing. Okay.
You take it.
Just punch
Oh,
a
yeah.
horse in the rear end. That's fine. I guess.
Yeah, you're right. We do take the walker gears. We take one of the walker gears and carry it out of the mission area. But this one is, and every mission from here on out is just a pain in the butt, honestly. So
I don't know. I never found 16 to be that bad.
oh,
I
yeah,
think
you're
out of the
right.
rest of the games, 16 is probably the easiest.
16's fun. Oh, what am I doing just standing here?
Let's talk about 15.
I don't even talk about this thing.
Yeah.
I hate this one. So it's very important. So what I'm going to do is throw a, you guessed it, smoke grenade on the walker gear. And it has to be a very precise throw. Because if I mess it up and that first smoke grenade starts going off, I won't be able to see where I'm throwing my second or third smoke grenade. So it's important that I hit the first one. And it has to stick, or else I won't be able to take the walker gear and ride around with it. So, and why this is important
Enemy presence
is that this is a huge time loss if I mess it up.
Yeah, the old way of doing this mission with no kills is kind of obnoxious, and the issue with this method is, unlike Jeeps, walker gears don't have a whole lot of crevices to just stick a smoke grenade. So what I do personally is I kind of aim for the control panel, which is
You got it, baby.
not too hard. You want to be above it though, like so.
So I'm just going to use this walker gear to take out the others.
And all they see is a grenade, so they take cover. You get a free Gatling gun, and you get to steal their stuff and blow up the rest of their stuff.
Hopefully I can move this walker gear. Stupid crap. There we go.
Well, this isn't D-Walker, so he's not very smart.
I'm going to do a safety strat here. Put a couple of C4s on this thing. And then we're just going to leave. Turn the camera over here so the horse spawns near me. Boom. Blow the C4 up. That should be it. Thank God we did it.
We did it, Reddit.
That was unbelievable.
It's not over yet!
Yeah.
We have to get the Phantom Cigar here. And we did it.
exfiltrated hot zone.
Thank God. Jeez.
Man, I could definitely see that, like, going south in a heartbeat. Especially with just getting that smoke to land in the gear without it, like, falling out or just bouncing off.
Yes.
Yeah, at first when you're learning like that trick, that happens a lot. Until you know where to aim and how to throw it. Like you want to be on a higher elevation than it, and then throw the grenade overhand.
And I guess another question from our viewers.
Here's
is,
D-Walker.
like, if that- Hello, D-Walker. Is
Yeah.
that smoke grenade trick exclusive to old versions? I'm assuming referring to
No.
what you just did with the Walker gear.
No, and this is why I say they did it on purpose. I jumped ahead of the game, actually. I wasn't supposed to get D-Walker yet. I always do this, but it's alright. We'll be fine. Just do a little backup strat.
I'm hurting the view.
Crap. This is going to be time loss. Thanks, D-Walker.
It's an older method that checks out. Oh my gosh, where is he going?
Man, D-Walker's like, nope, I'm out. It saw what
He's
you
like,
did.
I know I'm not supposed to be here yet. I'm supposed to be here next mission.
Yeah.
Or I was gonna say, it knew what you did to D-Horse and how you treated it, so I was trying to get the heck away.
He doesn't understand OCM's affection. That's
Oh, I have a feeling
different.
he will later, but
I'm
Yeah,
trying to decide what kind of strat I want to do here, man.
I guess one question I had is, comparing just, the straight line speed of, D-Walker versus D-Horse. Is there actually, like, a noticeable difference between the two? Like, if you go at full speed,
Yeah, he's a little
just
faster.
just a little bit faster. Interesting.
Yeah, just a little.
Not to mention he doesn't have the same collision detection that D-Horse does. So like if you get close to a rock, he won't stop all the time, or you have to hit it head on.
Yeah, the only thing I know just from playing the game casually is that it does not like rocks very much and just a lot of bonks.
It doesn't like clips very much either sometimes.
Okay, so I'm assuming this is going to be another skull quick kill setup, which is using the C4.
It's supposed to be.
Using the grenade launcher to blow it up. And I believe blowing it up.
I think it was a bit early.
Oh, he is zoning up. Did he get 3 out of the 4, it looks like?
Yeah, I think what he did is he shot a little bit early.
It's a very specific pattern that you have to set, and it depended on where you're at in the map, where they're going to spawn in. And they were off the C4 a little bit too far back, so I screwed it up. It's a bummer, but...
Well, while you set that back up again, we have a donation from D-Limes for $1.60. It's comment 69. Nice.
Oh man, good old D-Limes.
And the game's being very funny.
Who wants to be that guy and drop 25?
Look at this. You're just trying to spot me in every angle. Ah!
Okay, so once again, they're gonna
Are we doing this
running up
again?
the C4.
Okay. Have to be careful on this ride out, not to run this guy over. Even though he was a puppet, he's still human. Yeah, we got him.
Yeah, that trick is not hard, but it's a little trickier than it looks, because it just kind of depends on where the skulls decide to jump to when they see you.
Yeah, and again, it depends on where you're at. They jump to wherever you're facing the camera and how far away from you. It's always the same distance, so it really is dependent on you. So it's not random, but as per se as it is to just like getting that muscle memory down. And I was a little, that was completely my fault, because I was a little skittish and actually moved up a little bit further than I should have, just to be careful, and careful never works. It's better to just be...
So it's not only like positionally dependent, but it's also like by camera as well, like when they react to when they first spawn in.
Positional and directional, so
yeah,
it's kind of a pain in the keister. I mean, the nice thing is if you kill 3 of them, you can probably just hop in the truck and get out. Same method.
Oh my god,
you obviously
you're
run
right.
the risk of dying, but
oh my god, you're right. How did I not remember that you don't have to kill them all? But I think I've tried this before, and it didn't work.
it doesn't work when it didn't work for me when I killed 2 of them and just like, well, I'm gonna get out of here. I had to kill 3.
Yeah, because I always remembered that if you tried to like take the vehicle with a lot of them still up, they'll just jump on top of it and destroy it.
Yeah, very
They
quickly.
do. And
I should have tried that.
If that truck blows up.
That would have been a way more better try than a checkpoint there. I should have... Wow. Because that checkpoint is brutal. It cost us 1 minute and 30 seconds. Just so you guys know. Yeah, that very brutal. We might still get a PB. Just to keep everybody informed on the time that we're running at. But let's continue to have some fun. This mission is a pain. Very tight. Only have a grade 1 smoke grenade, so it's important that I make sure that I can, I'm going to be using a smoke grenade on D-Walker, and it's very, very tight. If I mess up, bump into anything, it's going to screw the route up. So it has to be very, very clean.
Yeah, it's... The smoke grenades are, as nice as they are, they need to be like 10 seconds longer. But, it's not the worst thing on Earth. It's okay. We're just gonna immediately ride to this guy. I think that's Viscount.
Cool.
And then...
Alright, so if I bump into anything, I might have to alter the route. But if we don't, we should be good. Which I don't plan on bumping into anything.
Oh yeah, don't worry, that guy's fine. I mean, he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, it's fine by running over enemies. They actually just, it's a stun. They don't die.
I think the game just gives
We
you
did
that
it.
freebie personally, but hey, I'm glad it works for this run.
We did it, guys. Woo!
Beautiful.
Wow.
Now I'm gonna knock trees down with this guy's head now. Hope you enjoy that.
I did enjoy that.
Oh,
Who
we've
needs
got
a
more.
bulldozer to tear down the forest when you've got D-Walker and a Diamond Dog?
A wounded prisoner. You can just use his head.
It's fine. Just use him as a battering ram, I guess.
I'm also sure that they're okay being used as a battering ram.
Think I can knock this tree down? Nope. Alright, only these little ones. His head's not thick enough. Here we
Yeah,
go.
it's the thickness variable. That guy's head is a tree, but alright.
Knocking trees down with this guy's head. What other game do you see that in?
Only this one.
I mean, maybe Gary's mod.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Oh man.
Confirmed extraction of both targets. Boss, on behalf of all the Diamond Dogs.
Alright, so now I got a little bit of, we got to develop a few things here and do some staff management, and hopefully I'll be quick with this. I think I'm going to go with the Metza thing, where I'm just going to develop one thing. So hopefully I can do this. So we just need R&D up to level 12, I believe, to develop the sniper rifle. And yeah, we're more than halfway through with the run now. You guys made it halfway. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, I guess given the early hiccups we had, I mean, this run has actually been very satisfying to watch. A lot more than I thought I would, just from... Because I know people have asked me, you know, about running this game, and whether if it's this category or perhaps any percent. There's definitely a lot to it, but what I do like about it on the surface is that they are broken up by mission, where you can definitely, you know, practice this like one piece at a time, because, you know, on the surface, like as an entire run, it does look complicated, but I think as you further, I guess, kind of like digest the run, then you kind of understand a lot of the intricacies of just like how to run Phantom Pain generally.
So that's pretty weird. I thought I could develop the sniper rifle at 12, but apparently it's 13. So does that mean I need... If you could Google this for me, Joe. I don't know why I would not know this, but I'm pretty sure. I think I have to be level 14 for smoke grenades too.
It just said it in the bottom left.
Did it? Was it 14?
I don't know what level you're at now.
No, I know I'm at
It said
13 right now.
requirements met.
Oh, so I did have it?
Smoke grenades.
So it's only 13. Okay, that's weird because I thought I needed to be 12 for the sniper rifle. But maybe okay, learned something today.
Lucky 13.
Yeah.
Bonk.
But back to what Joe was saying about learning a game like this. The cool thing about both MGS5s and Peace Walker, for that matter, in my opinion, is it's kind of like one big IL chain, right? So
yeah.
You can practice the individual portions at your leisure. Although, you know, if you try and use like a save file and you try to practice Pitch Dark Warp, it takes a while to get it to work. It's just not worth it. You may as well just, you know, do a run up to that point and practice it then. At least that's in my opinion.
I mean, like, I would kind of look at this as, you know, like, take them in sections, you know, like, I would not expect anybody,
There's another bird.
Not...
Gift sub.
Yeah,
Another 10 gift subs. No, I shot a bird. There's more 10.
No, we already agreed on this.
There's
like
10
an
more
hour
gift
ago.
subs
It was only
coming.
for mission 2.
Y'all seen it, guys. I shot the bird. 10 more gift subs. There's another gift sub coming up, too. I'm going to shoot this bird over here. I'm going to shoot this bird down. Look out, boss. That's Morpho right there. Watch out, boss. Go shoot this bird. You know what's funny is P-Quad. P-Quad can actually shoot the birds in this game. I've watched him obliterate these birds. Obliterate.
You know,
There's the other bird.
Like, I think I've seen in Destroy the Anti-Air Emplacements in Ground Zeroes where a bird flew into the blades, and I'm pretty sure I heard.
Yeah, they'll do that
noise,
too.
Like as it exited. But yeah, but it doesn't surprise me that P-Quad can do that. But what I was originally gonna say was, looking at a run like this, is I would almost like take it in sections where you run like the first set of missions, then maybe another set, or even just one at a time. You know, because even for somebody that's either speedran before, or if this is another game to your, you know, just catalog of games you can speedrun, I just don't see myself personally going from like one to the end in just one go. Especially when there are a lot of little things you gotta get, especially, you know, the big warps as like a huge component to it, but you kind of work around those, and then just, you know, especially since they are set up by, you know, single missions, you know, it does make it. Wow, that was a really nice way to open up that gate.
Yeah, this is pretty rough right here. This is anxiety. And
yeah,
anxiety had a.
This setup is a thing. So since we destroyed the anti-air radar, the chopper can land inside the outpost here. But the issue with that is the idea here is to only get one of these kids out, and the mission is considered complete. And what you really want to happen is this guy here to set up where he's at.
Put him on! Put him on! Okay. That's not good, because the backup for this is, like, nothing.
Excuse me?
Yeah, smoke grenade. Very good.
Support helicopter requested.
This ain't gonna work.
Seen that.
This is not gonna work. So this might be a PB's out of the question. Everything's out of the question, but I do want to keep the estimate at least. Would be nice.
So I guess like when you're trying to set that up, you were trying to put them on the chopper for what was like another warp, was it?
So you put him on the chopper, and that constitutes as completing the mission. You just have to get out of the mission area. The warp is so that you get out of the mission area faster than.
You know what? I'm riding the chopper. We gotta go, dude. Like the other guy's just so far about. Like this is more optimal than. Dude, you want to leave? Where's the helicopter? Where is it? I can't. Come on, leave. He's not gonna leave without the kids? Okay. Jeez.
He does. Just...
I mean, we're probably gonna go down now. Where's that helicopter? Dude, that was...
I don't know, is this Monka S time, or is...
oh, boy, we were... Wow. Because it was close. He should be done, but alright.
Yeah, the issue with that is getting out of the base with the chopper is annoying.
Yeah, so...
We could have warped out of there, but...
Yeah, we were gonna set up
Somebody didn't want to cooperate tonight.
Which is kind of weird, so I'll probably just go back to shooting that guy again. Oh yeah, that was definitely a clutch for sure. Dude, like probably one more shot from the chopper would have blew us down. And you guys may have noticed I left the other kids. Because who cares?
I'm sure
they're not the
made their way
target.
back.
Yeah, I feel like they just kind of have these hidden GPS locators in each other, and they're like, "Oh, he's there. Let's go there." And
I mean, maybe they left the base during like the chaos that was the chopper like flying in, and then they're trying to shoot it down, and they just slip out and somehow knew exactly where the chopper went. You know, maybe it was by GPS locators. I have no idea. It's just I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah, you guys are getting to see how brutal this game is now. If you're wondering where I'm at on PB pace, I'm literally 2 minutes and 30 seconds behind. And you would not be able to tell because the run doesn't even look that bad.
Please select a mission.
But it's just crazy. The time lost was mistakes.
You know, from a spectacle standpoint, I mean, I've been having a blast watching this run.
it's a good time.
Yeah, we're not going to get a PB or world record, so we're not going to talk about that anymore. Move on from that. Enjoy the rest of the run. Because there's a lot of fun. Right? Still a lot of fun coming up.
But I guess, like, what is your PB in this category so far, Cool Man? Just for those wondering.
205, a high 205, and then like Metza came and got a what was that, 205, a low 205, I think.
Low 205, I think it's a 205 teen.
Yeah, I think it's a
like that.
205
X-teen.
12 or something.
12 or 16, something like that. It's low.
Yeah, but what's crazy is how much time save there is in this game. That's the bizarre part. Like, it's not so much that you can't do it. It's more about, like...
Will you do it?
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I guess would it be fair to say
It's doable
that
is what I'm
feels
saying.
Like it's more executionally driven and it's not as RNG dependent on what kind of a run you're expected to get.
The sad part is it's both. A lot. It's very executional dependent and RNG. Because remember the timer, the medical platform timer, no control over that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The sandstorm, no control over that. The guy seeing me through the smoke, no control over that. But I mean, I guess that was execution on my part. I think maybe I threw the smoke a little bit too far forward. I should have thrown it back a little bit further. But in actuality, I probably should have just shot the guy, which is the method that we all do. I tried to do that just to save a little bit of seconds, but you see how that works. Some areas it's just better to do the safe strats. And if you want to make, like, get as much time save as possible, there's no room for safe strats.
Yeah, and I guess why I bring that up is just like, if, you know, within the game, like in this category so far, like if there's any, what you guys feel like is feasibility for like reaching 2 hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bonk.
I think I'm the one guy that thinks that you can get under 2 hours, but it's going to take a godly run, and you probably won't ever see it. Maybe, but I mean, a sub 201 should definitely be a thing that we'll see eventually, if not from me, from someone else.
Yeah, I mean, because like I could just definitely see like a lot of variables that can either help get you there or very easily take it away.
I mean, you're asking for like a lot of good stuff to happen. Pitch Dark Warp can kill it. Remember, you got timer, the medical platform timer. That's a time lost there if it decides to be a bad one. Pitch Dark Warp, if it doesn't work, that's another 1 minute to 2 minutes. I mean, it's just insane, man, the stars that you need to align in this game. It's a very punishing run, but at the same time, I guess if you was to pull it off, it'd be very fulfilling in the end.
Yeah, it's like climbing the mountain, going on the other end, and back again.
I tell you what, I bet Joe can speak about this. I bet that's hard to see that right now. It is for me. It's hard to keep that focus like that, and like you've been running Ground Zeroes for what feels like 3 months now. I don't know how long.
I mean, I started the category like actually putting a run together back in, it was like mid-late March, and then I got your attention. Wakiyaku got involved for a little bit, and now I've just been running the game here and there for, yeah, probably like the good part of this year.
How long have you been grinding out this PB though?
Oh, recently?
It's been like a couple of months, right?
Probably like the past like month and a half, 2 months, and it really is like climbing a mountain to get close to your world record in that one. I'm 11 seconds behind, but I had to work a lot just to even get it there.
That's a lot of dedication.
It's a run that's just a fraction of what this is. You know, in terms of just like, you know, length for like play time.
I forgot to do the one thing I was going to do in that mission, so but it's all right. I need to develop these smoke grenades for this mission. Again, you wouldn't know unless I told you. Right? I think that's what's I really love about speedrunning is like how much grief runners give themselves. But yet they have like people that don't even run that watch it and they're like, why is this guy complaining? Like, he's incredible.
Well, I mean, it's like whenever I go for, and people saw this at the beginning, was MGS4 Big Boss attempts. You know, I normally run at New Game Plus. It's just out of preference. He does New Game. And people are like, man, this is amazing. I can't believe you can run this game. And I'm like, well, wait till you're in the hot seat and you're sweating every room. I mean, then at times it's not so fun anymore, especially, you know, in Sergeant Silent, I kind of joke about this. Is like, man, it's all fun and games until you get the top deck of Outer Haven. And then it's not so fun anymore, especially in a place like that where if you get caught in there, I mean, the alert does not go away.
And that sounds terrible because it's like at the end of the game.
It's like you either go through a continue screen to get out or through the door somehow. It's, I don't know, irrelevant to this run, but it's absolutely
no, I mean, it does relate to this run.
How bad the run can get in a heartbeat.
It relates to this run because it's very much the same. Like, there's a huge, like, your run can die at the very end just from one little mistake if you just give like a perfect run.
Well, speaking of which, I've actually had a run, like for the rank at least, die because I shot one of the frogs that Screaming Mantis threw up as a shield. I was trying to hit the doll and she threw it up like across the room and I didn't see it. And like this game, if you do accidental stuff like that, I mean, it does count against you. And I was like, man, I'm pretty sure that counted. I look at the very end, way past the credits, and I was like, yep.
I got one
wanted
kill.
a kill. Yep, that's the one kill. But I mean, you know, it's like I said, it's like, there's some fascination behind it. I do encourage people to like speedrun these games. I mean, they may look very hard. I mean, for me, I just have enough on my plate at the moment. But this game is definitely interesting. You know, like just like on you know the possibilities. You know, whether if it's this category or something else. And of course, I guess we can. Unless if you want us to do quiet time if you're trying to get this smoke to go in.
No, that's all right. This smoke's stupid.
Okay, I was gonna do just a little promotional, which is, you know, if you guys have enjoyed this marathon thus far, you know, you could definitely, you know, join the MGSR Discord. You know, it's the best place to be if you want to get involved in the speedrunning community. We certainly would love to have you, you know, whatever game it might be. Whether if it's this game, Ground Zeroes, MGS2, MGS4, whatever suits your interests. I mean, we would just love to have you. It's a great place to be. I've gotten to know a lot of good people there. It's been great to me in return. And, you know, just a personal shout out to Mac McD, who actually introduced me into that Discord when I was running MGS2 way back when. Man, I was getting like 3-hour times in that game. Man, it's, it's amazing how far you look back and where you've gone with certain games. But, yeah, it's an awesome community to be a part of.
Look at that barrel. That barrel flew. Where is D-Walker? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm being loud. I keep forgetting that my mic is really
Wait, where did that barrel go? I just saw it fly in the air and then it just disappeared.
Went to space, man.
Maybe it went to the same place that guard went in Ground Zeroes on turrets.
Went to the same place as the Fury. All three of them are in space right now. The Fury, the guy from Ground Zeroes, and the barrel.
When does Metal Gear go into space? Oh god.
I've did that on Ground Zeroes. Didn't I show you that, Joe?
Oh yeah, you did. It was like the it was like that reflex jump or whatever you call it.
Yeah. Again,
Or
messing
like
with
super
the
jump.
yeah. Again, just messing with the physics in the game. There's so many different outcomes with it.
And there's even another thing you could do in that game, of course, unrelated to this, is you can actually send a guy flying across the map using the shotgun as he's like falling a certain way with reflex. Because again, the Fox engine physics just, you know, goes from what could be normal to wacky in, you know, just a few seconds. Man, this place is on fire. Not in a good way.
Yeah, it's caused the man on fire over here, causing a lot of hell for us.
Indeed. This is another one of those
I'm just gonna knock.
and fire plus water equals let's get out of here, please.
And that's why
Really
D-Walker's
is
the man.
that simple, but also very easy to screw up.
Now you understand.
Because, ugh.
Wow, I actually did not know you could even do that to even just escape.
You do now. What do you?
Man, I mean, when I was playing this game casually, I hated that encounter. At least like on the new game approach. I mean, now with New Game Plus, you could just end the fight in a heartbeat, but it was trying to figure out how to even beat him and if you could even escape.
That's how you beat them. I mean, you can only you can beat him, right, Glenn? He eventually goes away or something. No, yeah, you can knock him off the cliff.
You would have to escape without
No.
him. Is the way I did it.
Yeah, actually, you can kill him. You can knock him off the cliff, the very top cliff, because the water, the lake underneath it, or the water will kill him, and he won't spawn back. Also, you could take out the child, Psycho Mantis. I think is a way to also kill him. But I think you can only Fulton him. The only true way to kill him is to knock him off the cliff all the way off with the Jeep.
Yeah, like I remember part of the mission tasks for that fight involves like being able to attack the Kid Mantis, and I think you have to like Fulton in like a supply box like a specific way, and it bonks his head. And it was really annoying when I was trying to do it. Man, Snake looks like he's seen some things, and I feel like I have deja vu. We keep coming back to mission 2, and here I thought running deja vu just makes me feel all confused for a while, and it's like, wait, is this the third or the fourth time we've back to this mission?
The man smells like smoke because he's been through hell.
Dude, he is. I mean, they don't call him Punished Snake for nothing.
Alright, I took a kind of a safer strat. I shouldn't have done that. We're gonna have to wait for the Jeep a little bit. So what I do there is I smoke the cigar in order to get the guy that we're after out of the building and more into a position that would make it just a lot easier and quicker for us. Again, we're going to use our handy dandy D-Walker here. And we go in through this side entrance where there's not really anybody here. I'm going to knock over this camera post with D-Walker. It's going to take out the cameras so they don't see us. Just slide right into the fence like that. Like so. We'll just play. I'll just play safe. I was going to get off and throw smoke on them, but I think it's best we just... So the reason I'm waiting for this and not moving up to this truck, the truck is what we're going after, it's because there's actually a sniper on that building that can spot us. So it's very important that we're out of range of that, or he will see us being very funny over here, because this is really stupid.
My God, what did we just bump into?
Alright, so the guy didn't hear me. Or, I mean, he heard me, but he didn't see me. Sometimes he'll come around the front end of the truck, the passenger that was with him.
Oh my God.
And he'll spot
like,
you.
excuse me, sir, I need to take down your information on that D-Walker of yours to report this accident. We have a hit and run.
But,
and kidnapping. Or maybe just forcefully volunteering this guy to go back to Mother Base with us.
And he gets the, one of the cooler code names that you'll see.
Doom.
That's our boy Doom Kangaroo.
Cue the Doom music. Imagine playing Doom as a kangaroo, just going around kicking the demons.
Oh my God, why?
I'm sure there's a mod out there that,
because the guy's
you know,
name's Doom
has
Kangaroo.
something like that.
If you
People are very...
there's probably a modder who will do it for you.
I mean,
I'm sure they made a Tim Allen mod.
Like Steam mods community get very creative with stuff like that. Like you give them the idea, and I'm sure there's someone that can craft something that'll make it look like that.
Will, friends.
Have y'all seen the Tim Allen mod?
Oh my God, please.
Every time he shoots the gun.
Oh yeah, this is Battle Gear, by the way. I mean, I really felt like this got...
I got excited and then it didn't.
Yeah, it was like, I felt like it was really, like they hyped it up into like, oh, this is what we're going to be using, instead of, because like in Peace Walker, you got to develop your own Metal Gear, which I think was codenamed Zeke. And you know, you could deploy it on missions and you're feeling really good because like, hey, I got my very own Metal Gear. Then you got Battle Gear, which it's like, okay, but then they just never really did anything with it.
It kind of served the same purpose,
It was cut out.
but yeah.
Because apparently, like, it was just even more OP than smoke grenades. I doubt it, though.
I mean, like, it was there and that's it.
It just ruined the balance of the game, according to Koji Logi. But yeah, this is a huge time killer here. We're just going to retake the platform from former Mother Base soldiers. Did you know that, Joe?
I did know that, and
Oh, okay.
this guy is, he's gonna get a stern talking to.
We're going to have to go in there and whip him a
what he
little bit.
did.
Go in there and whisper in his ear and tell him what he's doing is wrong.
You know, it's like, hey man, you know,
He doesn't know that you're alive, so
Yeah,
he's gonna whisper in his ear, "You're fired."
he thinks that this snake, which he's not wrong, is the fake snake. Ain't that crazy?
What? Fake snake? Who would have guessed?
man, my mind was just blown.
I feel like my life was just spoiled.
Oh, now this is cool. So I mean,
This is your
underdeveloped because like you're right at the main platform. You don't have
Absolutely.
to go from like, platform 2, 3, or 4 if it went that far.
Also, you should know that this is the most RNG heavy area as well for the enemies. While you learn the positions and whatnot, but it's still like they don't care. Like it's very, very random and very easy to kill your run. And if you kill your run here, you have to start all the way over and ride the chopper back in. So this is the biggest run killer in the game, especially if you've gone the whole game without any problems. So I know Metza and some other runners use a decoy here, but for whatever reason, I never get good patterns to get up here quick enough. So I'm just going to take this guy out, and we're going to have the whole gang coming up and watching me throw this guy off. I swear I seen a fourth one coming up here, but I guess not. So we're just going to throw him to his death. That's punishment for betraying us.
Would you guys like to know why that's not a kill?
I could take a guess. You know, gravity was responsible, and yeah, we had nothing to do with it.
I didn't kill him. Gravity did.
There you go.
A little bit more of a
This place,
mumbo jumbo logic.
this place should have been a lot safer than what it is. Should have been guardrails.
Do we need to get involved?
Yeah, it's definitely not up to safety code. But then again, maybe this guy just deserved it. I mean, you know, he tried taking Mother Base when Snake was out.
Hey, that looks like my old Mother Base, and Big Boss is dead. I'm gonna take it and sink it.
Oh my god, I could totally see it written like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Before we get to admire Venom Snake's arm here.
That is a cool looking arm.
Speaking of which,
the 1/2 model of the mechanical arm.
oh, I have that. And some people actually have the real thing. Did you see that?
I have not seen that.
Where Konami actually partnered with someone, and they made a TPP arm for people. Where it's more of a cover.
I read a thing about that on Twitter a while back. It was really cool looking.
I did
tell you
not
what.
see that. Somebody's gonna have to send me a link to that.
It's just a cover. It's just a cover that goes over the stuff, the name brand. Can't remember who makes the arms, but they make them for people that don't have arms and stuff. And it was pretty cool.
I feel when Konami does something right.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter at all. Go check the Facebook and the Twitter. It does not matter what they do. They're like no one cares.
Alright, so this is episode 23. So now I gotta go meet another rather important character. Or at least I think they're important. Maybe later.
He's important.
Yeah, maybe he just doesn't know yet. I mean, he's just gotta go through the rite of passage, but yeah. So this is where we're gonna meet Eli. You know, who later in the story will find out, you know, where his place is and everything. And I'm sure there was another character out there, but I don't know. I think it was named like David or something, and he may be related to Eli. I mean, yeah, I won't go too far into myself.
David got cut.
Yeah,
Just like everything else.
unfortunate. So yeah, he's just gonna make his way in via D-Walker, and that was very, very slick going through that water. I mean, it's like, what can it do? I guess other than not go over rocks very well.
Oh, it goes over rocks. I figured that out real quick. That thing is a beast. But like, let me touch up on what you guys were talking about real quick. But yeah, that's the mission right there. We just gotta take them to the chopper. It doesn't matter. We can run in front of them. I've got their commander. They're scared. They're not gonna go away. But as for the story, dude, like, what was it you just said, Joe? You said something about oh, David. So yeah. I was pretty disappointed that you don't get to see Solid Snake as his kid form. But in all honesty, this is one of those stories that's just kind of hard to get because of expectations. But the second time I played it, I accepted it a lot better, and I understood and really, really enjoyed the story in this game. I know that's surprising to you guys, but the reason I say that, and to touch up on the David thing, is it just expands on Eli or Liquid Snake even more, right? He's, even from the beginning, he was led astray that he thought he was the dominant of the two, but he never was. He even met the fake big boss and didn't know it.
Yeah, I mean, when you say it that way and you're looking back on it, I think it, you know, unfortunate we didn't get to see, like, you know, another aspect of the, you know, the clones, you know, in this timeline, but I think it expanded Liquid's background further, whereas in other games, I guess, you don't really see that. You know,
Yeah,
you got to see a
but I
lot
mean,
of
it's like
Snake's beginnings, but not really so much how Liquid kind of, you know, came to be, other than just being part of the, you know, the Les Font Terrible clone project.
Oh god.
so you can even go as far as to saying the big boss that he's talking about in the actual Metal Gear Solid parts of it is probably talking about Venom.
Copper. Just throw Eli into the water, world record skip, MGS1. There you go.
Oh, I wish it would work that way. We can't kill him.
I even try to do the same thing in Metal Gear Solid 3, where I just send the top barrel at the top of the Rosfat lab area and just let it blow up and kill him and the Ocelot guards I took out in a cutscene, and just say, you know what? The heck with it. We're just gonna end it right here now.
Yeah, exactly, Lime. The thing is like the first time you play this game, and me included, you'll get very, very disappointed, right? Because you had high expectations. You're thinking all these backstories that you heard throughout the Metal Gear Solid games. You're going to rescue Sniper Wolf. You're going to rescue Cyborg Ninja. Naomi. You're going to see all these characters. You didn't see none of them. You got to play as Venom. But when you go back, and I played the second time, and I paid attention to the story, and I tried to understand the writing to the story, there really was love put into the game, even though it doesn't feel like it. Like, I can tell he paid attention to some of the story arcs and things like that. And
Let's see, that was the point, though.
Yeah, absolutely. The whole point, and he even said it in an interview like years later. The point was to have you feeling not so much disappointed, but the phantom, feeling like there's some kind of phantom pain for whatever reason. It's risky. I mean, you see Death Stranding, he did it again, and I mean, he does the same thing, right? You either like it or you don't, and that's just. I mean, I don't know when it become like that, but that seems to be the kind of creator that he is, right? Like, he's really going out there. He's getting tired of...
It stems from, like, things he does in his life, right? Because he's a big book reader. He's a well-known film fanatic.
And, you know, also, at his age, dude, like, dude, it's boring doing the same thing still.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, like, trying to... And I'm betting he's trying to... Because he tried to brand Death Stranding as a game of its own. And to be quite honest, it was pretty much a game of its own. But at the same time, you would still consider it, what, an open world? People call it open simulator. So, like, I think to try to get in his mind, like, at the same time, he kind of wants to leave some kind of legacy to the video game franchise and not just Metal Gear Solid. I think he's trying his damnedest to make, like, his own kind of brand of game. And
I mean, like,
that's kind of hard in this day and age, to be honest.
I mean, one thing I could admire looking back is, like, you know, after the whole fiasco of, you know, how he, you know, was kind of pushed out the part or whatever, is that, you know, he artistically tries to take risks, you know, by trying to go in a different direction.
And that's the only
really
way
to do things
that's
that
the
no one
only
else
way.
has really done yet in the game, and
And
using the extensive background that he has, and, you know, being a fan of films and, you know, other sources that.
And how do you think all these games that you like nowadays that's gone this long, like Resident Evil and all these other games, have come about? It's because everyone took risks.
Yeah.
To the degree of where, and it's either going to hit or it's going to not.
And that's how they get popular, because they work. And, you know, and Kojima's wanted to do something different for almost 20 years now. He finally gets that opportunity, and a lot of people are bashing him for it. And it's like, why?
I mean, it's understandable.
Let it.
Like,
you can't evolve as a creator, right? If you're stuck doing the same exact thing the exact same way for 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Not that he was doing that with Metal Gear. There, you can tell there's new things in them, but at the same time, you still feel like, you know, Metal Gear is Metal Gear. It's stealth. It's, you know, he's not doing
also
all the different stuff.
Also, what's funny and kind of disappointing for him, and I'm sure he's never said this, is that people expected Metal Gear and Death Stranding. Like, what are you thinking? I mean,
it's nothing like Metal Gear. Well, you don't say. That was the point.
I mean, the only thing I expected personally was maybe, just maybe, like an Easter egg reference to it. But
there's plenty.
Nothing.
Oh, there's so many Metal Gear Easter eggs that went over people's head. Like, one right off the top of my head that was just right there in your face is when it said Game Over on the screen, and it was MGS1 Blade Runner font. And I can't remember where that was. I think that was in the... Jesus, what's his name? Del Toro's character, Deadman. I think it was in the Deadman chapter, or either Hartman's.
I like how when you said like in the guy's face, and as you drove into a guy with the team walkers, just very well timed. Yeah, if I keep going.
Yeah, I'm trying to concentrate and get on D Walker. Hey, D! I know that body's in your way. Stupid. Just trying to get on him so bad there, but like, but at the same time, like his structure's still there, right? It's not. It's still kind of structured like Metal Gear, to be honest. The game itself, the gameplay, not so much. Like the way he does the cutscenes, yeah, his creative style is still there, no matter what. Like honestly, that game is very close to this game when it comes to like cutscenes. It's just very expanded upon and actually finished, I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
So I guess just kind of refreshing like where we are in terms of like the mission order, but I think you just did, what was it, episode 26? I actually kind of lost track for a little bit, but
we did episode 25 first.
4, so this is 24.
So that was 25. Or 24, we just, wait, hold on.
Yeah, 24,
sorry,
25, and then you walk up to 24.
And now we're going back in order.
Yep.
There's only a kangaroo.
So there's only 2 that we traded out. I'm trying to remember why we traded that out, or why we keep it that way.
Because of the way we exit the mission, but that's it. And if I remember right, loading into the ACC and then chopper skipping load times, it's not worth.
Yeah, there's something. I know the old rat strat. Honestly, I can't remember, because we used to drop in there because we would start the mission on ground level. But we don't do that anymore, so I'm not even sure if we're supposed to. Like, if it matters if we switch it back around, to be honest. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I never really put that much thought into this. I kind of just took the route Metza had, tried to expand on it. I put so much time into this game, it can be tiring just to come back to it, even if I haven't played it for a year. But we're gonna bleed this guy out, same as episode 3 and 7. So it's important that I get this shot right. He's walking a little further than normal. Never mind, that's the wrong guy. Bear with me. So we hit him, buffer the Phantom Cigar because we can't smoke here either way. Right out a little bit to where I know we can smoke it. I'm gonna smoke it, let him bleed out, die, skip dialogue, yay. We're a speedrunner.
Man, I wonder where that shot came from.
Sniper!
So since we're really behind time, if you look on the right, that thing I was talking about, I know this is like towards the end of it, but I want to show you guys where I'm talking about, where it says perfect stealth no kill in the bottom of the right list. Right there, you guys see it, above the total score right there. As long as that goes from 0 to something, then you know you've done it right. If it stays on 0, you're done. Like, you're just going to have to either replay that mission or reset the run if you finish that mission, actually, because you can't take that kill back off this scorecard. Yeah, we're coming up on the end. We're coming up pretty quick.
Rain approaching.
Please select a mission.
It's so weird that the sandstorm is really the only weather that really makes or breaks this run right now.
Yeah, rain is actually beneficial because it softens your footsteps, and plus they can't hear in the rain at all until you're like right up on them. So that's a really good thing about the rain. Very Rambo-ish, huh? Or Predator.
There you go.
Another Nexus mod opportunity for this game. Predator model. And the music.
They got the model from Mortal Kombat. They can do it now. What is D?
actually
What
good.
is going on here? D?
Just phased in.
Wow, okay, D Walker. No, he's just glitching.
Okay, what is going on? Okay, we're good.
Welcome to version 1.01. You'll see a lot of stuff like that.
What I was gonna say that is in Ghost Recon, I think it's Wildlands, there's actually a side mission that is entirely based on like the Predator franchise, and you actually get to fight one, and they even play the original music that goes with it. It's, I mean, again, modding opportunity.
And I really like that game too, by the way. Like, if you love Metal Gear games, you should give the, what was it again? Ghost Recon, what was it, Wildlife?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different, like, subsets of them, and...
But the Wildlife one was where you could take, like, it had co-op, right? You guys could
Wildlands
infiltrate.
was, I think, one of the first, at least for Ghost Recon, where they took on, like, the open world approach.
Yes, that game is really, really good.
Co-op. Yeah, it did have co-op as well.
If you want to play
there's another one that's like past that now, but I think that was like their first crack at it.
I really enjoyed that game. Like, if you want to play a Metal Gear that's not Metal Gear, but you want to co-op it with people, that one's really good.
Yeah, there's even like a ghost mode that's like later down the road, which makes the game even harder to do. Like if you want a challenge, and oh man, it definitely is.
Yeah, Wildlands. That's what it was.
I mean, my favorite entryway when I was ever just goofing off in co-op was just to take a chopper and just
lead it
into a base and jump out and just watch it crash, and just chaos ensues. And it's a fun game to kind of like. It almost kind of reminds me of like Mercenaries. For those that have played those games, I mean, Mercenaries 1 was really good for its time. I mean, maybe a little, I don't know, obsolete in some areas. Mercenaries 2 was just. Oh, it's a godforsaken mess. It just, you know, you could really tell that it just didn't really hit the same marks, and plus it was just, I don't know, buggy as heck, and I don't know, that's another discussion, but Mercenaries is just like a fun, like, it's almost like, just like that, I think it's like Just Cause. It's like another, like, open world, like, game where you can just kind of, like, do stuff, and, you know, it's like,
Cause is a ton of fun.
Yeah, you know, it's like in that same, like sandbox type of game. But back to this. So now we're on mission 28, where you have to go find Code Talker.
Yeah, I was just doing my route from here on out is just kind of sporadic, so I'm just doing whatever now. So I just created the Gatling gun for D-Walker because we're going to need it in the next mission to actually fight off the skulls, because that's going to be the quickest way to do it. But for this mission, if you enjoy wall clipping, then you're going to get some more of that.
Oh, I do enjoy wall clipping.
You get a little bit more of that. I haven't done this in a while.
This upcoming one to be a little bit harder, because me on this mission is just so awkward, right?
Yep.
Because unlike D-Walker...
Wow, good job. Hung off the
D-Horse.
horse.
D-Horse on this is awkward, because you can't just, you know, put a smoke grenade in his mouth and just, you know, go to town, but, you know,
your awkwardness, I'm guessing, is him jumping around. See, that's a problem.
No, D-Walk, yeah, him just getting around is in the collision, and, you know, he
like
likes,
this right here.
You know, lick the rocks, lick the trees, you know, he wants to eat everything in the forest.
Yum, yum, yum.
The D-Horse did nothing wrong. That is a
Who said
lie.
Who said that?
Not right now.
You ban him.
I can't, he's mod.
Oh, man.
So I take it that those grenade launcher shots you did, they get the skulls to like jump around, giving you like a window to just run through.
Oh,
with,
wow.
D-Horse.
Hold on a sec. Alright, we're good. Go ahead. I don't know how I missed that first one, but alright. It hit the bar.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that one definitely hit him. But yeah, so like you place those shots to get the skulls to move around, because like they would normally just, you know, snipe you on the spot if you just try to bum rush through.
They're really trying to get him banned.
Unnod, then ban. Oh man.
You talk like that in here, Matza. You know this horse is a piece of crap. I shouldn't talk like that. I need him to behave here. You're a good horsey.
Metz is a good pioneer for this game, let's be honest.
You're a good horsey. Yes, you are. What's up, Code?
But back to the clipping thing.
There you go.
So just like in, what was it? Not CW, but
Where did the beast sleep?
I saw that clip.
Last time I saw that was dinosaurs. Back in 2015.
Into the room specifically, everyone was like, you can't do nothing with this. No, obviously that's wrong, we just did.
What was the mission where you had to pick up Honeybee, where he did the first, like,
Episode 7.
wall clip? Episode
6, where Beast.
Wait, what?
Mission 6.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Look
6.
back, like, on, like, if that was, like, the same type of,
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's the same type of
wall clip where you get
yeah.
off a D-horse a certain way.
Like Lynn was saying earlier with the wall clips, just putting 2 models together and pushing each other into the wall and stuff like that, or whatever technical way he said it. The same deal. You can do it in any wall that's clippable. And there's a lot of clippable walls in this game.
There's got to be something behind it with solid ground, I believe, is...
Yeah, which wall?
Which, I mean, I'm very surprised that in a modern game, quote, modern game like this, that there is a lot of walls with solid ground outside of them.
So we got the old Dine here. Hope he appreciates it. D-Horse just went through the chopper.
Fantastic.
Physics.
That's fine, because we're not using him again anyway. He can go through the chopper if he wants.
Extraction.
Oh,
Goodbye,
man.
D-horse. You served us well.
Right.
Speak for yourself.
Like, in all seriousness, yeah, it does depend on the person that controls it, so I kind of just go with it, and, like, it's just kind of the ongoing running joke, but, man, he is a pain to control, I will say that. But it takes some time, and, like, anytime you mess up, I mean, there's some times where you're just like, how did that happen? Like, that still happens, though, so... I don't know, it's just hard to figure out that horse. But I know one thing, he's gone. Get out of here. So we gotta wait for D-Walker to pop in, because if we start the mission without D-Walker in the sortie, for whatever reason, in this one mission, he won't be spawned in, and I think it has something to do with the cutscenes. So...
Just Metal Gear stuff.
Yeah. As the story goes, we get blown down. Pequod goes down because of the metallic archaea just being spewed out in the mist from the skulls. And now we're just going to have to fight all 4 of them. These are the toughest skulls in the game. Real tough. Probably going to be... Normally it's about
what's funny about Pequod here?
What's that?
He changes voices for some reason.
It's a different pilot, right?
Yeah, it's a different pilot. Pequod got the day off.
Yeah, he definitely dodged, he dodged a bad one with taking that day off with this mission, but yeah, so, like, there's 3 different types of skull units throughout the game. Like, there's the myth skulls, like in episode 1. Then there's the sniper skulls, which was the Code Talker mission. And then there's these guys, the armored skulls, the ones that can definitely ruin your day. And I think you also encountered them in the same mission with the truck. We had to take the truck out.
Yeah, but they're not as strong. These are the strongest ones.
Yep. And we just turn them into Swiss cheese. So.
Man, this definitely makes life easier, man. When I did this the first time, dude, I hated this mission. I ran out with so much, like, machine gun ammo trying to fight these damn things, and it was
there
like,
it
if
is.
you didn't have, like, you know, it was like if you didn't have, like, grade 3 or above, like, your damage was just, like, nothing to them. It was just like throwing rocks.
Support helicopter extraction.
I love how when you hop off D-Walker with any body in the task arm, it just kind of
Yeah. And it's funny because it's always just the old Dine that I'm taking, or someone that's injured that shouldn't be thrown around.
So I guess the End's not the only old guy that gets, you know, beat up during a speed run, so that's just another thing to know.
He's not the only one we toss around, but he's the only one that Snake doesn't, you know, intentionally toss around.
This is the Ends.
Walker just kind of like, oh, you got off me? Psh, screw this guy. I'm done.
This guy's pretty much the End's brother, according to the parasites.
May as well be, right?
I mean, he's made out of the same parasites that the End had, apparently.
What?
Yeah,
Actually,
it's in the tapes.
Thing, like in the
It's in the tapes.
Like, credit, like in the end credits, it says like he actually does research on what was like the End's body, like his ability to like regenerate through sunlight, and I think they use that for part of like Quiet's like genetic development.
It's the whole parasite thing. That's where the whole parasites got developed from. Not so much the vocal parasites, but just the parasites themselves. As like the going invisible and stuff, that's because of the parasites doing whatever crap that is. I guess this is before nanomachines.
Always just you know, when in doubt, just say it's nanomachines.
Yeah, I can't say nanomachines anymore.
Wrong.
He got tired of that.
At the end is like father. Oh man. But yeah, we're coming up to now mission 30.
Yep, 2 more
gotta
missions.
Get into OKB 0.
This is gonna be rough. It's the hardest mission of them all.
Yeah, I mean, I also did not like this mission casually.
Whereas the splits on SRDC, I believe they still call this mission Smoke KB0.
Oh yeah, who has
You'll
that?
see why here in a second.
That's a good name. You got that on your
KB0.
splits?
I don't anymore, but I did. I was using. I think they're on the SRDC page.
It's pretty good.
The resources page. I don't know if that's Metza doing that or what. Good name.
Let's get some rules of nature, I guess.
I approve.
I approve too. Rising had a really good soundtrack.
I mean, like, I speedrun that game now and then. I mean, I try to do it like once a week. I mean, it's been pushed aside just for prepping for the T Marathon Relay. It's despite what some people might criticize it to be. I mean, yeah, it's its own thing. It's a satisfying run to do.
I like Rising.
Game Plus Hard 90% is a very popular category to start with.
Yeah.
But it's got amazing soundtrack.
The game itself I like a lot because it's a spin-off, so I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, this ain't Metal Gear.
Platinum it didn't disappoint for me either. Like,
yeah, I love it.
It's good. Like,
I like it so much that I want a second
it's a
one.
hack and slash. You play one hack and slash, you play them all. Well, that's your opinion, I guess. But,
yeah, well, I mean, I guess
you played one God of War and you played them all.
Yeah, like once you do the out-of-bounds glitches and stuff that you can do in that game, then it's not gonna feel the same like hack and slash that some people might say. That's part of the fun, is actually going out of bounds and skipping entire rooms, and especially what is it, like stage 7? You just skip the entire room just by polearm jumping over one wall twice.
Here we go, guys.
But
the weapon to surpass Metal Gear: smoke grenades. Here we go, just ride right through.
Smoke grenade and a walker gear.
Yeah, it's like, I just see like a smog or something. I mean, these guys just don't really seem bothered by it.
Enjoy your casual play, noobs. Just throw a smoke on this guy and just gonna ride right in, alright.
It down, right?
Can you imagine going to your friend's house and just showing them this?
Yes.
It took me 30 minutes!
Hey, how did you do that? Don't worry about it.
It's just a thing.
It's a good thing that's a level 2 smoke, because
oh yeah, you wouldn't make that.
It rises up and the stealth goes up so high.
Yeah, the duration is a lot longer. And it actually runs right out right when we get to the steps there, just a little bit after that.
I was about to ask if like that's how you guys timed it, was like where to start the throw and knowing how long it lasts to get up here if like nothing goes wrong.
Pretty much.
Go away, Skullface. His dialogue's so good you can skip it. Yeah. That is one thing I do love about Kojima games, is they let you skip cutscenes. Hey, Red Dead Redemption 2. Hey, all these other games that force their story on you, no matter how many times you play it. I hated that about RDR2, man. Like, if you try to platinum that game, they have medals and stuff in it. And you'll start the mission. You'll listen to him talk for 10 minutes on horseback till you get to that little cabin or something. And then you'll mess it up immediately. And then you have to restart and listen to 10 minutes of dialogue again. I never beat that game because of that.
So now we're up to, what's the final mission now? We're up against Big Boy Sahelanthropus.
Oh, baby.
She's a beauty.
So if you thought the first time, Cool Man evaded Sahelanthropus back during the Huey mission with Jeep and the smoke, well, if I remember right when I last saw this, there's going to be another interesting way to, take out Sahelanthropus.
Yeah, it's called Brutal Force.
Scary. but I'll let you kind of take it away.
Nice
Yeah, it's called
steady
brute force.
diet.
That's it.
Nice steady diet of brute force that the game thoughtfully provides us for.
Yeah, I just assume they give you a lifeline with this fight, just knowing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe you left some key weapons or gear at home, so we're just gonna give you some tanks and a lot of rockets in it.
As long as I hit it.
This is gonna
Oh,
walk on
it might be
over,
checkpointing.
just check it out and.
So very quickly, while we give Salamandra just a nice steady diet of tank, he's got 3 phases of damage. You got one where his chest isn't open like it is, where it's just going to do very minimal damage. His chest will open up, you can do a little bit more damage. And then on his missile carrier on the back, he has some fuel tanks you can shoot that does some nice damage. But what we really want to happen here is...
Good aim there, bro. We're going to have to checkpoint. I don't know how this aim misses as much as it does, but we're going to have to checkpoint. No big deal. I haven't fought Sally in probably 2 weeks, so it's no surprise to me, honestly.
Bye, Sally. We'll see you again in like 2 seconds.
Oh, here we go.
But what you want is, well, to aim correctly, and 2, you want, hopefully, Kaz to call in the support choppers as quickly as possible. So that
What's really funny
a little
about
bit of reinsurance here.
What's really funny about this is that aim is not right on this tank at all. It goes completely over where it's saying it's going to hit. So sometimes it's kind of hard to measure that out for me personally.
Good
Want to try this again?
Catapult missile launchers are fantastic.
All right, there we go. We got a decent one. Okay, so now he's behaving how we're supposed to keep doing this.
Alright. Too bad kneecapping Sally doesn't do what it would do to anything else if you shot the joints like this, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to freeze him in this animation. It's not gonna behave, is it? Okay, there we go. We might get a roar out of it. See that right there? Like, what is it?
Yeah. So, like, that's the phase 2 where the chopper gets called in. When you get, like, I don't know if it's, like, exactly half health or just close to it.
Yeah, so now we're just gonna get its weak parts. If I didn't already, I can't tell. We'll just finish it off from the core now. And actually get these tanks in the back. There we go. There's not really anything to that fight other than just lay into her, hit the weak spots.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. When does time come up on this, by the way?
When you hear Donna Burke start singing them sweet, sweet vocals.
Alright, yeah, just,
So just call it out for me, because...
She says, "Blind!"
And that's it. That's the run.
That's when... It's coming up after I skip this one, and you hear... Start. I mean, technically, we should probably just end the stream, or in the stream, yeah, just end. Should probably just
Not
end the
quite
timer.
yet. We've got some more runs on tap here for you.
End the timer right at this, after I skip this cutscene. Should be fine. Doesn't matter. There you go.
You just call it out for me.
Go ahead.
Time.
Time.
Alright, so there you go.
Respectable.
Yeah, so, I mean, I know we had a little bit of a bumpy start to get this run going. But, yeah, I mean, it was actually fun watching it. You know, and then Glenn, I'm glad you were on commentary because, like I said at the beginning, I don't really know a whole lot, but I've learned a lot more in these 2 hours than I did, you know, prior to this.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining in with co-commentary.
Anytime.
Like I said, if you want to run the game, have at it. Just be prepared for a very punishing run and just a lot of learning to do. And like Joe was saying, you would start off with ILs if you really want to learn it to the T. But thanks MGSR for having me here. Thank you guys for co-commentating. Thanks for watching. That's really all I got to say. Hope you enjoyed.
And then I guess I know the schedule's, you know, bit behind, but I guess coming up next is going to be a bonus game, and I guess Glenn, actually, no, this is your job, so I don't want to say it for you.
Yeah, for sure. We've got Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake by Mini Omega King coming up for you here. We're going to get that set up for you, so Unless you guys got anything else you want to say before I cut here.
No, I think Coolman hit the nail on the head, and just thanks for having me on for co-commentary. You know, it's definitely good to get into stuff like this, and for a long run, it's hard for any one person to cover everything.
Yeah,
I had fun.
Yeah, just thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, you're more than welcome to follow any of us on our channels or on MGSR. Don't forget to donate. And Joe owes, I think, 10 more subs.
No, I don't, man. I said this already. Okay, you could go back in the VOD, which I gotta go back in the VOD for clipping something. I forgot what it was.
I think the best one was the headshot going out for the 20.
Go back and clip that, but that was the same moment when I said during that mission only. If you shot the birds, I would give the sub for each one, and then Glenn said, "Oh, if you get this headshot, I'll give that 5 subs."
Yeah, thanks for watching.